And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Mitchell. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's
nice. That show was funny.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Warriors Niners ass.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the...
And down he goes! They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit that sack to Robert Quinn. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
3 yards remain for second down. On the option right is Fields. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Fields. Caught on the slant. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
It's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. 30. Pass across the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 64 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage.
Good play.
He whipped the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bears gonna call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the 2nd half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth.
Couldn't get out of bounds, man.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Lance, a give now to Sermon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Lance now on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their halftime lead now we're back to level following that touchdown.
And that shouldn't change the mindset of their life from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. Now somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lance looking to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 34 yards. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. This time the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 14.
on myself. The bitches telling me to write a statement. I said, go to hell. Bitch, I'd rather go to jail. I'd rather pop a bar and wake up inside the hotel.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down. Turned it over, gave it great field position, turned it 6 points up.
Amazing what one decision can do and the change of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down. It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They can pick up their end of the bargain.
Let's see who beat the block the best.
And start over.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Flush down. First off before sliding to a ball to avoid the contact. Quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I paid $1.98 for every 2 pieces. I paid cash for the whip. I do this. Nigga, why you in your feelings? Cause your bitch couldn't do it. I made it happen all by myself. Man, I put niggas out.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Murray. Nice tackle to Young, short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Come on, nigga.
Broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Lance. He's going to try and go deep again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are right back in this football game. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. He's got a first down past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Fields now to throw. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd down at 5. Back to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On first down, Montgomery. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has